For over 35 years, the Cacciatore family has provided state-of-the-art auto collision repairs. V&J Auto Body is not only certified to repair all makes and models, V&J is one of the few auto body repair shops certified by Tesla to repair and recalibrate their own automobiles, as well as other electric and hybrid vehicles. Detailed repairs combined with award-winning concierge service makes V&J the only choice for your collision repair needs. V&J will pick up your automobile wherever on Long Island you are, provide you with a rental, and deliver your vehicle when the job is complete. Too good to be true? Visit VJAutobody.com. That's VJAutobody.com. Come over and meet the crew. VJ Auto Body's 2 state-of-the-art facilities are equipped with the latest technologies in auto repair. Let V&J communicate with your insurance company for you and deliver back to you a detailed, perfectly repaired vehicle. Contact V&J Auto Body by visiting VJAutobody.com or call 631-226-0070. That's 631-226-0070. Up, and that's the cue for a rock and roll great time here at Crash Course Radio. Welcome, everyone. I'm Peter Krause, your humble host, as always, live in 103.9, a wonderful studio here in the airport. And if you'd like to be part of the action here, you can talk to me at 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. This, of course, is a live show. And as such, if you have anything on your mind, you'd like to speak to me about that or let everybody else know about it, then by all means give us a call. Of course, we have to constrain that subject matter to, collision, auto body, insurance, personal injury, or anything around that, auto repair, mechanical, all that good stuff that we come in contact in our daily lives a lot of times when we just don't really think about it, right? It's just one of those things you take for granted until something happens, and then you're like hitting yourself in the head saying, man, I wish I would have, known this or prepared for that. Well, that's what we do here at Crash Course Radio. We make sure that you have the knowledge and information you need and can use and advice you can trust. Hey, folks, it's real exciting times here for Crash Course Radio and, of course, for Collision Services Network. All right, I'm the owner and founder of the Collision Services Network. It was created in part to help the folks out there, the consumer, right, to offer a safe place for unbiased access to unbiased information. All right, and knowledge regarding insurance services and products, as well as auto body shops, collision, personal injury attorneys, and independent insurance brokers. Right, and we've done that successfully, and we continue to grow. The show continues to grow, right, because we are a live show, and we have entered our second year, and we will be on the air for another year. All right, good times are just rolling along here. It's good stuff, great stuff. We're so excited about that. Would have never saw this coming. The first time I was asked to sit behind this microphone over a year ago. I still can't believe it's a year. But, hey, listen, there is a lot of truth in the old saying, right? You put your nose to the grindstone and you keep at something. And most often, not always, but most times it's going to end up working out and it's going to benefit you. And, hey, it benefits the folks, right? You folks, because I get to speak to you guys every Tuesday afternoon here on Crash Course Radio. And I love doing what we do, which is, imparting a lot of stuff to people that, hey, you might not be aware of, but we should be, right? Because it is important stuff. It does touch our lives, and it does help better our lives or, make our lives more secure. Okay, and we just simply, we take it for granted. And that's understandable. It's human nature. But, that can be something that can become a major issue, right? In the event that we need to access these things that we just naturally want to avoid or, just don't really give as much time and effort as we probably should, right? Buying an insurance policy, where I'm going to get my car fixed after a collision, personal injury lawyer, somebody got hurt, right? You tripped and fell in the store or on a curb or you're in an auto accident. You don't think about it, right? Until you need it, right? So what we like to say here is why not have that information and knowledge now and not need it, than need it and not have it. Right, so that's what we're doing here and a lot more behind this mic every Tuesday afternoon on Crash Course Radio. Hey, and don't forget, thanks to my amazing social media manager, all right, who's been working with us now for about 2 months. Great things are happening here. We are now on Spotify, and we are also on socials, and we are on YouTube. So thank you very much, Anthony. Appreciate your effort. It's paying off, right? We're able to reach more folks through other platforms and formats. All good stuff. I myself am a little behind the learning curve on that. Unfortunately, folks, I Probably couldn't tell you what Spotify is. I believe Anthony's explained it to me. He's sitting in the control booth there laughing. It's sort of like the podcast stuff. So if that's your thing, hey, check us out. All right, we've now moved into that and other social media platforms. All right, so all good stuff. And of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram. All right, our Instagram account continues to evolve. All right, and become more illustrative, and more creative, and more dynamic, right? So check us out there. And of course, please visit collisionservicesnetwork.com. All right, I've been talking about this since I got on the air. It's very important. There's a lot of stuff there, folks. A lot of stuff. I don't expect, unless you've really got nothing to do, or you got insomnia and you're trying to put yourself to sleep. But seriously, go to collisionservicesnetwork.com. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of information, and it's all pertinent. It's all pertinent stuff. Stuff you don't think about. I get it, right? Like I said, I was an insurance professional for 30 years. I get it. Even myself, I'm supposed to read policies, and I didn't, right? I mean, I did to get through claim school, but after that, I didn't read an insurance policy after that. I mean, insofar as I needed to settle a claim or something like that, yeah. But it's just, it's stuff it's dry, and stuff we take for granted, right? You need it. Right, you have to have it, or you can't function in a civil society without it. So we go and we buy insurance. We buy our insurance products, right? We get the homeowners, we get the car insurance. I don't think a lot of us really invest as much time as we should. We invest a lot of time in buying the car, right? But not that much time in protecting it, right, or protecting ourselves. And we should. You really should. And what we also are pointing out here on Crash Course Radio, right? What we've been doing, we'll continue to do, is point out that you should also be very familiar what your rights expectations are, all right, as it relates to your insurance policy, all right, because you do have rights and expectations, all right? It is an insurance policy. I know you feel like, yeah, I paid my money and, the guy told me I'm covered and blah, 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 and I got nothing to say about it. Well, that might be true in the sense of when you're buying the product, okay? But if you ever need to use it, you probably want to know what you bought. All right. And unfortunately for most of us, we don't find that out until the time, what we call point of use. Right. So insurance products are like what we call point of sale. You buy it, you have it, you walk away, and that's it. Right. It's not like you're going to buy a product that you're going to use every day or on the weekends or a service that you might have to utilize from time to time based on an activity or something. No, it's one and done. I bought it. The policy goes upstairs in my lockbox. The card goes in my car. I'm good. I'm driving. Now all of a sudden, bam, accident. Right now you're stumbling around. Where's my insurance card? Some people even, well, who's my insurance guy? Who's my insurance company? Most of us don't even know how to file a claim, let alone what to say when you file on the claim. And folks, this is a process, right? If you've been following us, hey, and if you have been following me, you've been listening to us at Crash Course Radio. Thank you very much. We appreciate everybody's dedication to the show. All right, we continue to grow. Our viewership continues to grow. Our listenership continues to grow. Thank you very much. Keep spreading the word out there. We like to think we're doing great work here. All right, we're talking about the things most people don't talk about. All right, and I read the things you don't want to read, so I can then come here and impart that knowledge to you. All right, but along the lines of insurance, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? And then all of a sudden, bam, here comes the accident. Now you're running around, you're scrambling, and then the compound things, you have no idea where you're going to get your car fixed. All right, you got to be brutally honest with yourself here, folks. All right, I used the man in the mirror image. You got to be able to take a hard look at yourself, and I did kind of a takeoff on the Jay Leno's Man on the Street type of thing, right? We tried to convert that onto a on-air radio type of skit here. So I'm walking down the road, I run into you, and all of a sudden I just bump into you and say, hey, your brakes are ready to die, all right? And your oil is down to nothing, and your spark plugs are horrible, and the car's knocking, and it's just not handling right. Where you going? Oh, I'm going to Big Lou's. I've been going to Big Lou's for years. My cousins go there. My father was taking his cars there. Great guy. He's going to really take care of my car. Great. Excellent. Good to know. Now I run into the next person. And we're chatting. Oh, man, I can't believe it. Your car just got hit. Did you see that? Guy just backed right into your car. Oh, man, really? Yeah. Bumping everything. Oh, where are you going to get your car fixed? What do you mean? Where are you going to take it? You're going to go to Big Lou's? Nah, Big Lou, he does my mechanical. He fixes the tires and that. Oh. And it sounds funny, right? I think it's a little comical, but it's supposed to be a little bit of a skit on to put a little levity there, a little humor. But folks, the truth is, most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, the people I bounce into the street, that's the answer I'm going to get. right? Think about it. Everybody has a guy. I got a guy. All right, when it comes to mechanical. Maybe you go to the dealer. I go to the dealer all the time. I go back to the dealer. But body shop, nobody thinks of that. All right? But if you've been listening to Crash Course Radio and you continue to listen, all right, you do think about it and you're prepared for it because you're going to go to collisionservicesnetwork.com and you're going to pick one of our amazing network partners there, all right? And they're going to fix your car the way you want it, not the way the insurance company does. And they're going to take good care of you, right? They got professional staff, know how to handle the insurance adjuster and the insurance company. All right, all good stuff. Folks, when we come back, we got a big announcement for Collision Services Network, and we'll get right to that on the other side of the break. Okay, and we are back. Welcome, everyone. Crash Course Radio with your humble host, Peter Krausch. And we are talking about, we were talking about insurance products and insurance policies, this type of thing here, right? Really exciting stuff. No, not really. Never seems to come up at barbecues or, family get-togethers. I get it. But we're bringing it up here because we need to talk about it. It is very important, and people do need to be more involved in that and much more when it comes to these type of industries. And that's what we're doing here. So, hey, before I get going with the announcement, 631-451-1039. Hey, look, if you're facing the prospects of having to file an insurance claim, right, give us a call. As I've stated before, if you've been a frequent listener of the show, you know that I've laid out the parameters for filing a claim, folks, and it's not an easy thing. All right, listen, if you've never had to do this, congratulations. But if you find yourself facing that prospect, or God forbid, you had an accident, or a family member, or even maybe a friend, filing a claim, it can be a complex process. It can be daunting and somewhat intimidating. All right, especially, listen, you get the wrong person on the phone today, it's intimidating. Trust me, I work at V&J Auto Body, right? I always remind everybody, I'm not just a talking head or an academic. I am actually somebody doing this for a living day in and day out. So I'm helping the folks out there just like you, all right, that come into my body shop. So I'm dealing with this all the time. And I can tell you that if you get the wrong adjuster on the phone or the wrong insurance representative, it can feel downright intimidating, all right? It shouldn't. Right? And they shouldn't conduct themselves like that. But unfortunately, because of misinformation or the way people choose to interpret things today, things don't go the way they're supposed to go. So if you're facing the prospect of filing a claim, or you filed one and you're just unsure, you have some questions, you're not sure you're getting the right answers, you're not sure maybe you were put in the right direction. Hey, if your car's at a body shop and maybe you're having problems, right? You're having issues there and you want to know what your options are now. Or maybe your car's been towed to a yard, do you have to have the car repaired there? Your insurance company's telling you don't move the car. All right, that's absolutely wrong. Give us a call, 631-451-1039, all right? And I'll see if I can help you out. And don't forget, Spotify, exciting stuff, right? We continue to evolve here as a radio show. We are now available on Spotify and other social media platforms, including YouTube. Downright excited about that. Been waiting to launch that baby, and we finally activated that. So if you're a YouTube person, check us out there on YouTube. Folks, eventually you're going to see me there, all right? We hope to get me there in live, not just Memorex. That's a joke, if anybody remembers Memorex. It was actually cassette tapes that we used to have to use to record things. At any rate, so all good stuff. And that goes for Collision Services Network. Please, Collision Services Network is where you need to go, all right, where your car has to go is to a body shop. All right, all kidding aside, collisionservicesnetwork.com. Go there, pick one of our amazing network partners, all right, whether it's a body shop, all right, you choose a body shop off of that network. Hey, folks, these guys, they are private owner and operated. What that means, they have no affiliation with the insurance industry. Okay, this is what sets Collision Service Network apart, and this is what we're trying to do with the industry here. All right, I've explained that. You do not, all right, I'm going to emphasize this, you do not want your vehicle repaired at an insurance company shop. And I've dedicated shows to this, and we'll continually come back to this theme because this supports the mission of Collision Services Network, which is to support and promote the privately owned and operated auto body industry, guys. All right? And of course, I get to talk to you folks, which is the other part of the mission, is educating and and informing you guys. Looks like we have a caller on the line right now, Jack from Babylon. Jack, thanks for calling in. What's going on?
I'm sorry. It's Jeff from Babylon.
Jeff. Oh, sorry, Jeff.
Yeah. No.
All right, our phonetics are all screwed up here. I'm sorry about that. Hey, thanks for calling in. What do you got on your mind?
Question about customization. I'm a airbrush customizer, custom painter, and a lot of cars these days are customized, whether it be custom paint work or add-ons, etc. And now your car gets into an accident. How is I've seen people have problems getting insurance to pay for this. Some of the work can be many thousands of dollars in addition to the stock work on the car. So how is the insurance companies handling that?
Jeff, that is a dynamite, folks. Another great, I love when listeners call in because we have the most informed listeners out there. Jeff, that's a dynamite question. All right. So what he's talking about, folks, is when you have an insurance policy, right? Now listen, as an insurance adjuster, okay, I had to deal with this professionally. Okay. And unfortunately, I had to deliver bad news more often than not because folks just aren't informed on this issue. So what Jeff is talking about is when you buy a car, if you have different things put on, whether it be running boards or whether it be spoilers or whether it be a sunroof or whether it be an upgrade to the trim package, maybe you put an aero package on there, or maybe you do something with the paint. All of these things, yes, they might be adding to the base value of the car. Okay, but they're also increasing the cost factor to the insurance company. All right. So what that's doing is it's also raising the risk factor to the insurance company. So what they insured is not what they're looking is what they may not be looking to pay. All right. So what insurance companies are doing now. All right. Now this is happening with more frequency, and this is why it's a very good question by Jeff, because everyone needs to be aware of this, and after we get done with the show today, you should shop your insurance. I talk about this often, folks. Shop your insurance at least twice a year. Please look at what you're paying for. Look at the coverages. And Jeff in particular, okay, has hit on a key point here. You have to make sure that your insurance company does not require you to have an endorsement. All right. Most companies today are going that route. All right. What that means is that they're only going to pay a certain dollar amount of these so-called extras, like Jeff just mentioned. All right. Now, in most instances, it'll usually be about $1,000. Some companies may cap it at $500. All right. Some of these, like out-of-state or discount companies. All right. After that, you're on your own. So if you get in a wreck and your aftermarket package is $2,500, well, you're getting $1,000. That's it. They don't care. The $1,500's coming out of your pocket. So
there's no way that you can have the car. I mean, I've done artwork on cars that's many thousands of dollars.
If
that work has to be fixed or redone, it's $1,000. Many times may not cover it.
Correct. So what people need to do, Jeff, is they need to notify their insurance agent or insurance broker. All right, or if you're going through one of these discount insurance companies, you call them directly, and you need to let them know, hey, I need to add an endorsement. All right, and with the endorsement, the endorsement is a specific statement on the policy which says we will do this, this, and this for that. Now you're going to pay more money in premium, but in turn you're going to get additional coverage for those items. So it's very important that you get in touch with your insurance company and you tell them, hey, I have upgrades on my car. Am I required to have an endorsement on my policy? In most cases today, they're going to tell you, yeah. All right. There's very few companies out there. Even the company that I worked for, which was a military company, I'll just leave it at that. And we were very flexible with our membership and very flexible with our coverages, but eventually they went the route of endorsements. So what that means is they'll pay, but you have to have an endorsement. All right. So please check with your insurance company, check with your agent, your broker. Ask them, hey, I got this kind of a car. I got all this extra jazz on there after the fact. I had fancy paint work done, or like Jeff said, maybe you had some really, really cool customization, paint stripes and everything. That's all good stuff, and they'll cover it. But if you don't have an endorsement, the coverage ends at $1,000. Right? The endorsement increases the coverage, and those endorsements, the coverage that it's increased by is a personal choice, right? Because obviously it's going to impart more premium dollars, so that becomes an economic decision for the insured as to what you want to pay. But the endorsement is what you have to have on your policy. If you don't, they're going to cap all that. All right, so good question, Jeff. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling in. Please continue to listen. Folks, all good stuff, right? That's what we get here at Crash Course Radio, and this is what we're doing. We get calls like that, and we're able to share information with everybody out there, and everybody benefits. All right, endorsements, very, very critical. Some of these insurance companies are becoming very particular with this. Some of them, in fact, even with your towing and storage. Okay, so please check in with that. All right, I'm just going to say good hands. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, all right. We don't like to try and look like we're endorsing any particular company or promoting them. Please, folks, shop your insurance. All right. Hey, we'll continue the conversation and the big announcement on the other side of the break. Stay with us. For over 35 years, the Cacciatore family has provided state-of-the-art auto collision repairs. V&J Auto Body is not only certified to repair all makes and models, V&J is one of the few auto body repair shops certified by Tesla to repair and recalibrate their own automobiles, as well as other electric and hybrid vehicles. Detailed repairs combined with award-winning concierge service makes V&J the only choice for your collision repair needs. V&J will pick up your automobile wherever on Long Island you are, provide you with a rental, and deliver your vehicle when the job is complete. Too good to be true? Visit VJAutobody.com. That's VJAutobody.com. Come over and meet the crew. VJ Auto Body's 2 state-of-the-art facilities are equipped with the latest technologies in auto repair. Let V&J communicate with your insurance company for you and deliver back to you a detailed, perfectly repaired vehicle. Contact V&J Auto Body by visiting VJAutobody.com or call 631-226-0070. That's 631-226-0070. All right, welcome back, everyone, to Crash Course Radio with your one and only humble host here, Peter Crouch. Frustrating the heck out of the insurance guys with one arm tied behind my back. I tell you, it is just raw talent. I don't know where it comes from sometimes. I just amaze myself. Hey, that last call, Jeff, again, I can't emphasize enough what a great call that was. And, it's just another example of the type of listens we have here. All right, and if you continue to listen to the show, folks, I will guarantee you will be the smartest person in the room, all right, when it comes to all these nifty matters, right? Insurance products, and collision and auto body. All right, and personal injury, right? To a certain extent. We talk about that. I think we have some of the finest personal injury attorney firms on our network, and you can check them out at collisionservicenetwork.com. Hey, 631-451-1039. 631-451-1039. Put you in touch with little old me. Look, if you got to file insurance claim, or you're thinking about it, or you either had an act of God, right? Tree fell on your car. God forbid you got in an accident. Whatever the circumstances, and you're thinking you need to file a claim, or maybe you just filed a claim. Maybe your car was involved in an accident. It got towed somewhere that you don't like. Folks, give me a call, please. All right, this is not something that you want to, you want to experiment with. Okay, ignorance is not bliss when it comes to this industry. Trust me, on both sides of the coin. All right, whether it's an insurance issue or an auto body, ignorance is not bliss. All right, you don't want to be throwing darts at the wall here. All right, filing an insurance claim for the first time can be a very daunting, complex, and confusing matter. All right, so don't do it alone. Do it with Collision Service Network. All right, and give us a call. All right, and give me a call right now at 631-451-1039. All right, I want to help you out. Make sure I put you on the right track. Put you in touch with folks that are going to work for you and not the other guys. All right, and don't forget Spotify. All right, we are live on Spotify as well as our YouTube channel. All right, and before we make the big announcement, as we break into this third segment, I want to remind everybody about the endorsement we were talking about. Jeff called in. I mentioned about if your car gets in a wreck, right, and you file the insurance claim, you got everything going, and the adjuster's coming out to see your car, and you're all pumped up. I did all the right things. I listened to that guy on Crash Course Radio, and I got the right body shop, the right people. Right, they're gonna fix my car the way I want it, and not the way the insurance. You're all pumped up. You did everything right. You listened to me. You followed me. Right, and the insurance adjuster's gonna come down, negotiate with our folks, and then all of a sudden, you hit a brick wall. Right. You hear the brakes screeching, and bam, everything comes tumbling down. Why? Well, because you had $3,500 worth of tires and wheels put on, and you never told the insurance guys. All right, so please, you got to let your insurance company know. And folks, most of these companies say that they want endorsements added. All right, so please call them up. Say, hey guys, I put a bunch of nice, cool stuff on my car. I love it. I think you guys would love it. Maybe not, but it's on there, and I want to make sure that in the event it gets stolen or damaged, I'm going to get reimbursed. All right, and then they're going to tell you, they're going to say, oh yeah, no problem, Mr. Jones. You just, we're going to put an endorsement on the policy, and we're going to change your premium. All right, your premium's going to go up, all right, to reflect the endorsement. But hey, the endorsement's going to also state that you're going to be covered for this excess amount when it comes to certain items on your car. All right, so please check that out, folks. Shop your insurance. All right, go look at your insurance policy tonight. I know it's not exciting stuff, but it could help save you a lot of frustration financially and otherwise. All right. Hey, big announcement here. All right, Collision Services Network. Here we grow again. All right, gotta love it. All right, folks, we just continue to evolve. All right, and it's all good stuff, and appreciate the support out there. All right, appreciate everybody supporting Crash Course Radio. All right, we couldn't do it without you, how we keep growing here, radio-wise and now company-wise. So I want to welcome on board Paul Wilson of Northern Boulevard Collision. Paul is an amazing guy, all right? Met with those folks last week. All right, what a fantastic shop, folks. If you live in Great Neck or you live in Western Nassau County, without question, you need to be going to Northern Boulevard Collision, all right? Paul and his crew offer up state-of-the-art facility, all right, with state-of-the-art equipment and training, not to mention their techs, all right, a mature and well-seasoned technician staff, all right, as well as a very professional front-end staff, right? These guys are all prior insurance guys, all right, so they're able to interact with your insurance adjuster and negotiate a fair and reasonable repair estimate, all right, to make sure that your car gets repaired the way you want it, not the insurance, right? Northern Boulevard Collision is a privately owned and operated facility. That means they have no affiliations with the insurance guys, okay? So the only interest they're going to have in mind is yours, all right? So if anything gets askew or there's something that is out of amiss, all right, or you get in some kind of an impasse, you can trust the team at Northern Boulevard Collision to stand up, all right, and step forward, all right, and help you out. All right, they're not going to simply walk away. They're not going to come up with excuses, throw their hands up in the air. They're going to negotiate professionally and effectively, all right, to make sure that they get the dollar cost amount that they require to repair your car. I mean, listen, if you want insurance speaks, all right, they're going to return your vehicle to what we used to say pre-loss condition, right? It's all fancy insurance talk. Folks, the bottom line is these guys know what they're doing. All right, Paul and his staff are the best. All right, I myself inspected their facility personally, clean as a whistle. You can eat off the floor. Say, hey, if you got mechanical issues, then you're definitely going to the right place. All right, Paul's got an amazing mechanical facility as well. So he's got the best of both worlds over there. Guys, welcome, Northern Boulevard Collision. Welcome, welcome. We really appreciate you guys stepping up and joining us and becoming our newest member on our network. Folks, they're going to be up on collisionservicenetwork.com. All right, they are located in Great Neck. All right, please, if you're in Great Neck or Western Nassau and you need this kind of work, reach out to them. They can be reached at 646-247-4139, and they are at 325A Great Neck Road, Great Neck, New York. All right. So again, Paul, your crew, thank you very much. We are very happy and very proud to have you guys on board with us. All right. And Collision Service Network continues to grow. All right, because of the dedication of these facilities, collision facilities, such as Paul and his crew over at Northern Boulevard Collision. All right, folks. So look for them in that area if you need a fine, reputable shop, professional facility that you can rely on. All right, Northern Boulevard Collision. Welcome, guys. All right, we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you again. Hey, now I want to say a couple things here. All right, a couple of road things. If you've been following me, you're probably going to be laughing. You're like, here he goes again. But some of this stuff is worth mentioning. All right, so here on Crash Course Radio, all right, we are the voice. All right, the real voice of the insurance industry. The real voice of the auto body industry, folks. And I say the real voice because there are other people out there that claim that. But guess what? I'm the only guy that you hear every Tuesday afternoon, and I get to speak directly to the folks. All right, so we're the real voice of the auto body industry, the privately owned and operated auto body industry, we're proud to say. All right, and remember, folks, you have rights and options when it comes to dealing with the insurance company, and we at Collision Services Network, well, we're here to make sure that you understand those rights, expectations, and options. All right, bar none. All right, you do. I know it seems like a one-sided issue, but it's not. All right, and you need to be aware of that and you need to be informed. Folks, it's no different than purchasing another service or another commodity, all right, or product. All right, we all want to know what we're getting when we lay our hard-earned money down, and you shouldn't feel any worse or any less concerned when you're handing your money down for your insurance policy. Put quite simply, it's the most important thing really we all do, right? Because you need to have a peace of mind. So insurance gives us the peace of mind. And like we say over and over, we're not demonizing the insurance industry. Not at all. Okay? These guys have a role to play. It's a very important role, right? We couldn't exist as a civil society without them. However, it is the humble opinion of Collision Services Network that role should be a very diminished one, all right? And it should be narrowly defined, all right? And we don't believe that that's the case anymore. And, that's why Crash Course Radio was launched along with CollisionServicesNetwork.com. All right. Our network partner shops, I have only one commitment, and that is to you, the customer. All right. Never allow an insurance company to tell you to take photos of your damaged car for estimate purposes. This will result in a less than fair settlement of your damaged car. Right, you're not a trained and licensed adjuster, folks. All right. The insurance company pays people to do this. All right, it's a very well-paid job, professional job. So please, no photos. Take them for you and maybe your lawyer, but don't take them for the insurance companies. You just tell them that you're going to let the guys at Collision Services Network help you out, and then you're going to let the good folks at one of our network collision shops, all right, go ahead and take over for you from there. All right? And when we come up on the next segment, we're going to do a little follow-up on our sponsor. All right, we haven't spoken about them in a while. All right, so hang in there, and we will catch you on the last segment.
All my friends know the low rider.
All right, cue up that amazing music, the Low Rider. All right, I know about the Low Rider. Do you know about the Low Rider? All right, if you're my age, you do. The Low Rider was big stuff back in the late 60s, early 70s. They were the cool guys riding around, and they had that wacky suspension in there where that car could actually go up and down, right? Really cool stuff. My car couldn't do that. I mean, at some point, I was lucky my car would drive if I had four wheels. At any rate, here we are in the last segment. All right, time just marches on because we have such a blast here at Crash Course Radio. All right, thank you for joining me here this afternoon. If you're just turning the dial and you've stumbled onto me and scratching your head and saying, what is this guy about? What is he going to talk about, cars running into walls and trees? No. We do talk about crash cars, but we do it in the context that we're informing you about where to go, what to do, and what to say, all right, after an unfortunate event like a car accident. All right, 631-451-1039, 631-451-1039. That brings you into this amazing studio, and you get to talk to me. Hey, folks, don't forget, we are on Spotify and YouTube and other social media, as well as Facebook and Instagram. Got a great Instagram account, thanks to my amazing social media manager. That just keeps evolving along with all of our other social platforms. Right, we're really psyched about that, folks. We just keep growing here. Thank you very much for your listenership and your viewership. All right, if you've been to CollisionServiceNetwork.com or you've been to YouTube or any of these other platforms, really appreciate it. All right, keep spreading the word. Right, we're doing great work here. All right, we're getting the message out, getting to talk to the folks. All right, getting to mix it up, get people involved in the process, all right, because this is a process, especially when you have to file an insurance claim. And folks, remember, just like I highlighted in the last segment, it's your money, right? And this isn't J.G. Wentworth, okay? This is you. That wasn't a plug for him either, damn it. All right, that was what they could send us a check. But hey, seriously though, all right, it's your money, right? I mean, it's all our money, and it's a lot of money, and you should be more intimately involved. I mean, all of us, you should be checking your policy, make sure you got the coverages, so that God forbid when you need to use that, you don't get the old, well, you didn't pay for that, or you're not covered for that, or or your coverage only covers this. Great, so you paid all that money over all this time, only to be told when you need it that you don't have enough of it, or you didn't pay for something. All right, that's not a good outcome. And it's not an outcome that any of us should accept. Listen, you could go on and on about, my agent is supposed to blah, blah, blah. Forget it, folks. Most of those guys are out, sunbathing down in the Caribbean or something half the time, or on the golf course. Forget it. You got to rely on yourself, your own intuition, all right? And me at Crash Course Radio. All right, so please, shop your insurance. Let's check out insurance policy at least twice a year. All right, and we just made an amazing announcement. Northern Boulevard Collision, Great Neck. Guys, welcome to CollisionServiceNetwork.com. Thank you very much for partnering with us. We look forward to working with you guys. Paul, the crew over there. All right, congratulations to becoming our newest network partner at CollisionServiceNetwork.com. Northern Boulevard Collision, folks, Great Neck, New York. Reach out to those folks, please. If you need your car repaired, 646-247-4139. Hey, we're in the last segment. I want to touch real quickly on, we got about 6 minutes left. So we have an amazing sponsor, right, that carries the show, V&J Collision. Right, and your humble host just happens to work there. I am one of the estimators there, and also I double as a manager. I wear a lot of hats over there. All right, but so I want to talk about V&J. Right, what sets V&J apart? Right? I've talked about this. You go down the road, you see a shop on every corner, right? In New York, Long Island, it's amazing, right? You go out of state, you go out of state or even upstate, and there's one like on every mountain or something. Down here, there's one on every corner. But so you got to differentiate yourself, right? I think so. I mean, I put my MBA hat on, right? Talking to all the body shop guys out there. Differentiation, folks. You got to set yourself aside. You got to make yourself stand out. Well, guess what, folks? V&J does do that. And we positioned ourselves to be a 21st century shop. Well, how do we do that? Well, we do that by providing the state-of-the-art training for our technicians, as well as our office staff, all right, as well as purchasing and staying up to date on equipment, all right, processes and procedures. All right, we've been certified in almost all major manufacturing, all right, vehicles, okay, to set aside just a few. Okay, we are now actively pursuing Range Rover. All right, so if you drive a Range Rover, you'll be coming to V&J. And, of course, Tesla. Right? We were the first and only Suffolk County shop to be certified by Tesla. And we were told it was going to stay that way, but it didn't. You know, that's what happens when you're dealing with a company that's looking to expand and provide service. But regardless, we are still the most productive Tesla repair facility in Suffolk County for Tesla. All right? We repair more of their cars than anybody else. We've handled more major structural repairs on their vehicles than anybody else. And if you're living out east, well, guess what? We've opened up a satellite office out there on Nugent Street in Southampton. So please stop by and say hello. If you're a Tesla owner, get familiar with our employee out there, George. All right, I think we just put George to work out there a couple of weeks ago. George will be more than willing to talk to you about V&J and what we have to offer when it comes to restoring your Tesla vehicle. All right, should you require the services of an auto body shop. And folks, if you have a Tesla, please, you can't just take that car anyway. I can't stress it enough. All right, that car is very, very technical. All right, say what you want about EVs and stuff like that, and that's a conversation we're going to have more down the road. We had a little bit about that on an episode a few months ago. We're going to come back to that. But they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere. They're going to continue to evolve, and the market is going to continue to expand. But if you own and operate a Tesla, you should really, there shouldn't be a doubt in your mind. You need to bring that car to a Tesla-approved facility. I'm not going to drill down into that. Just to say that it's basically a computer on wheels. It's a technology machine, all right, surrounded by mechanical apparatus. All right, not to mention the Model S, the Model X, and the Roadster are all aluminum. All right, the other ones have a whole nightmarish combination of materials. All right, so that's one of the things that sets V&J apart, right, is the fact that we're able to take these vehicles in, right, with no hesitation because of our training, our equipment, our proficiencies, and our efficiencies, and we're able to tackle these big projects and get these cars fixed up the right way. All right, so that's V&J. V&J Auto Body is our amazing sponsor here on Crash Course Radio. Hey, James Chandler, thank you very much. I appreciate all your support. All right, guys, and appreciate your ability to look forward into the future. All right, and stay with us through this. We really appreciate that, folks. V&J Auto Body. What can I say, right? If you're in Lindenhurst or you're in Western Suffolk, and you have a high-end vehicle, all right, we are the only facility that's able to fix the CT6. Right, so if you're driving a Cadillac CT6, you know the deal with that. Right? They talk about aluminum vehicles. Well, I'm going to go on a limb and say Cadillac was ahead of the curve on that one. All right, the CT6, all aluminum Cadillac. Only facility that can touch that car. All right, so if you're driving that car and you didn't buy it from Sarant, all right, and you get in a wreck, you got to come to V&J Auto Body, please. It's a very, very specialized car. You don't want anybody else touching your car, all right, collision-wise or otherwise. All right, so that's some of the stuff that we do to differentiate ourselves. Right, and we do it also through proficiency and efficiency. We're continually improving our business processes, and whether that means utilizing technology or utilizing business processing machines more effectively, or taking advantage of different software out there that can help streamline our business. All right, these are all the things that V&J does and continues to do. And what does this do for you, the consumer? Well, this adds up to a couple things: trust, reliability, confidence, and also, of course, time management. Right, you're going to get your car back in a timely manner. It's going to be delivered to you professionally. All right, we're one of the few shops that has a complete professional detail shop. Right, your car spends a day and a half there before it's delivered back to you. Most other places, you're lucky you get a garden hose and a bucket of soap. Well, listen, I love saying that, and this goes to the insurance-sponsored shops. All right, the what we call the contract shops or the direct repair programs, folks. All right, not good stuff. I want to finish up the show by saying this. All right, please, no photos. All right, we started the little segment, the little movement here called "Just Say No." All right, which is a spin-off from the Nancy Reagan years when she used to use that against drugs. Well, we're saying here today, just say no to the insurance guys, right? You got to call them. You should be calling me first, Collision Services Network. But if you didn't, all right, and you speak to them, please, when they ask you to send photos, you say, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to collisionservicenetwork.com. I'm going to let one of those amazing guys handle my claim and repair my car. Right, folks? No photos of the insurance companies. Works for them, does nothing for you. Hey, there's the music. The Low Rider is coming back. That means the end of the show. All right? What can I say? Time flies when you're having a blast. Folks, have a great week. Look forward to seeing everybody next week.